For example, he mentioned that because of this database migration, the DMV job would be easier to cater the needs of 5 million people on that particular city. So that shows the impact that what you're doing impacts 5 million people in that neighborhood or that county. So that shows the way how you're portraying and right. And again, coming back to your communication styles as well, that how you write the things that the reader can resonate and understand and make an.
Exactly. What you just talked about is what I do with my clients, that I play zoom in, zoom out with them. So when I'm talking about what problem did you solve, I am zooming out. And when I talk about how you solve the problem, I am zooming in. Because when you zoom out, you see the larger picture. When you zoom out, you see the cascading effects. Not just A leads to B, A leads to B, leads to C, leads to D. The way I think about it is, you remember that phone carrier back home in India, Hutch?
Yes.
Do you remember the tagline? With the little pop?
The pop or something that.
Wherever you go,
Yeah, where you, yeah.
wherever you go, a network follows. So that's how you need to think about your work. That you've done the work, but how did it add to the bigger picture? So, you developed this and you shipped it to the client. Okay, what was the client able to do with that? Okay, what you were able to do with this? What was the end user able to do with that? So you have to tell that entire picture. You need to zoom out. And then when you zoom out, now you've sold to the USCIS officer. Now you've sold to the lawyer that you're doing something significant. Now comes the zooming in part, that how did you solve it? And the question I ask my clients is, well, if I take away Saurabh and I put a 12th grade graduate, college dropout person, right, or a junior developer in the place of a staff developer, how would they have solved it? Would they have solved it differently? They're like, oh yeah, of course. Like, they would not have thought about this as this. They would have taken like 12 months. They would have taken so many dependencies, etc. What have you. I'm like, okay, now let's talk about that, because that's your unique way of solving the problem. So you need to be able to zoom in on that. And once you do that, I love the light bulb moment that happens where people are like, oh my gosh, like I didn't realize I was doing this. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, sir, you're doing this. It's not fluff to call you extraordinary, because you truly are doing extraordinary work. You just don't know it yet.
Yes, yes, that's so true. Actually, as I mentioned, that it was a life-changing even for me as well. So coming back to this, okay, we decided this is one of the categories I have to go through. What are some of the possible, I would say, potholes or challenges that might they envision? Because I had my fair share, and there was one point where I was just quitting. That I don't want to do this. What would you say on that part, and how people can overcome? Because everyone must be having those. Because this is not something you are doing for your life. Most of them, at least, thinking, finding, and then again getting some rejection. No, this doesn't work. Then again, you go back to the drawing table. So what do you think about that part?